Stephanie Greppling with Manatee Educational Television. We are so excited to be here tonight on Coconut at the 24th Annual Sarasota Film Festival Street Party. You can see the party is rocking behind me. Stay with us tonight because we're going to be talking to the sponsors, filmmakers, and everybody that made this event and all the other events in the festival possible. I'm Stephanie Greppling. Stay with us. I'm here with the Cara Alley Band. We're so excited to have you guys here hosting the entertainment for this evening.
Thank you so much. Yes, we're
Tell
very
me
excited.
what kind of grooves we're going to be hanging out to tonight.
We're going to be doing a lot of Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, Grace Potter, all the good stuff.
Yes, all the stuff to get everybody going.
That's right.
So this is the second year that you guys have done the Sarasota Film Festival. So excited to have you back.
We are very excited to be here.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your band and what everybody plays in the band.
Well, we see this. I always get lost here. So we get to play locally. We play every other Wednesday at Big Top, and we get to do the seafood festivals. We have all of us, and we have our beautiful backup singers right here, Sabrina and Zena.
Hello.
Yeah, we're working on our new album and everything, so we're having a lot of fun.
That's awesome. So you guys play here locally in Sarasota?
Yep, we play Stottlemyre Smokehouse about once a month. We are at Big Top Brewery every other Wednesday, and the Seafood Festival circuit that's been going around every weekend's a different city, it seems like. So
you just listened to my most favorite places to hang out in Sarasota. Absolutely, Stottlemyre's and Big Top. I mean, time for a drink, a little food, and some good vibes, right?
we're also at the Twisted Fork down in Port Charlotte once a month. That's a really fun place to big, huge stage, really good food, big sound system, big place. It's really fun. You should come see us there sometime.
So tell me a little bit about your sound and what makes you different than any other band that I would hear at the other places in town.
Well, we like to have a upbeat vibe and get everybody dancing, of course, and we play a lot of funk and pop and blues and stuff like that, so we have a wide variety of music.
So we have guitars and horns.
Yeah, no horns at the moment, but we're working on that. And we have guitar, bass, drums, and Jeremy plays the keys and the keytar.
Love it, the keytar. That's a lost art.
I know. It's a fun thing to do. You'll see it tonight.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I know that you probably have a little bit of a warm-up to do to get the party started.
Yeah,
I'm
thank you so
excited
much.
to be here at the 24th Annual Sarasota Block Party for the Film Festival. I'm here with Dr. Sheila Halpin. It's so lovely to have you here tonight at the Film Festival Block Party.
It's my pleasure to be here. It's a beautiful event and a beautiful night.
It certainly is. Sheila, you have been involved now for quite some time with not only METV, but with the Manatee County school system. Tell me a little bit about your role in this community.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have been a teacher or an administrator for Manatee County Schools for 32 years now. So I started as a teacher and then worked my way up, and now I have the pleasure and the honor to coordinate a program called Soarin' For.
Yep.
And I work with the volunteer programs in Manatee County Schools that are aligned with the Campaign for Grade Level Reading. And my whole role is to work with volunteers and have them go into our classrooms to support classroom learning. And we have some
important.
It is. And we have
so critically important for these kids.
It is, and we are aligned with the Campaign for Grade Level Reading, which means all of our resources and our efforts in our Title I schools are supporting our most vulnerable students and their families. So it has been just a wonderful journey for the last 6 years. Our program Soarin' For has won 2 national awards, so we're just very pleased and
Something
happy
to be
with
very
it.
proud of.
Oh, yes, we are.
Reading is the fundamental of learning, right? That's one of the very first things that you learn as a child. You learn to talk and you learn to read and mimic, and so critical.
Well, we are trying to help children read, and one of the things that we have seen in some of the neighborhoods that have high concentration of poverty, the families in those neighborhoods need some additional support.
Yes.
And that's what the Soarin' For program does. The Soarin' For program provides materials for families to use in their homes all month long. And the Soarin' For program is supported by philanthropy. So we have some great and generous donors that support the program. And families are invited out each month to the Bishop Museum to tour the museum free of charge.
Another great place for families to learn and have great family time.
Yeah, and it's bringing new vocabulary into
Yes.
children's homes, in addition to all the materials and resources we have. So METV has been such a great supporter of that. They come out and they do shows for us to try to promote the Soar and 4 message, and they have been instrumental in the growth of our program.
Yeah. Well, METV, we definitely support growth in our communities and in our schools because it's so important. Sheila, thank you so much for being a pillar in our community and passing it on to the next generation.
Well, thank you. Have fun tonight.
I am here with a very special guest.
Thank you,
One of
Steph.
my favorite people, Charles Clapsaddle of Manatee Educational Television.
Stephanie, thank you so much. And I must say, I want to thank you personally and professionally for helping us out again at the Sarasota Film Festival.
It is my pleasure. This is one of my favorite events every year. It brings this community together. It brings so many sponsors and just people that have never heard that Sarasota has a film festival.
And it's a quite extensive film festival, as you mentioned in one of your other interviews. This is the 24th year of
It's hard to believe it. It's been 24 years already.
And next year's a big one, 25. You know, it's a big kickoff.
It's a milestone, 25.
And this festival is always, you know, it does exceedingly well. They have over 200 films in the festival this year, and a wide variety of documentaries, narrative features, shorts, things for young people. It's really a pretty extensive film.
I did hear that Manatee Educational Television had a film in the festival this year.
Thank you, Stephanie, and you are correct. It's a film called The Brightest Moment. It's the story of an exemplary elementary school that was eventually closed down. It was a school for special needs kids and how they were mainstreamed back into public school. And it was directed and written by Fran Padgett from the school district, and she did a wonderful job. And it's a story of the teachers and the administrators and the parents and the kids and how they manage
Elementary kids.
Yeah, all elementary kids, and it's quite a good story. We had a wonderful audience response to it, a good turnout for the film, and the proudest thing, not only about the film itself, is this is our 8th documentary that is premiered at the Sarasota Film Festival.
Golf clap. That's incredible. 8 films that Manatee Educational Television has produced, edited, directed.
And broadcast.
And broadcast.
And we've won a couple of awards. One of our documentaries was nominated for a national award. We won Best Documentary at the Doc Miami International Film Festival for another documentary. So we're very proud of what we achieve, and our staff and the people that we work with, both Judge Williams and Judge Adams, who have put in an extraordinary effort into it. We're very, very lucky, and we count our blessings.
Incredible. 8 documentaries. Now, if somebody has not seen one of the documentaries here at the film festival, how would they see those films?
Well, I would invite them over to your house for a screening, perhaps one time.
Hot popcorn for everybody.
Some of them are available on our YouTube channel, not all of them, but most of them are. And if anybody is interested in a specific one, we'd be more than happy to provide them a file of that. But most of them are on our YouTube page.
Yes.
We have things about domestic violence, segregation, memory, poverty, immigration. There's a wide variety.
Segregation, Through the Tunnel.
Through the Tunnel is a wonderful film. It's a gift that keeps on giving, I say. But if I may, I'd like to take a moment to recognize you for your efforts on our behalf. You've always been there when we've asked you to do interviews. You've done a wide variety, everything from the rodeo to the film festival.
And lots of things in between.
You're always so charming and incisive, and you're a wonderful interviewer, and we're very lucky that METV can utilize you.
Well, I appreciate all of your love, and this is the man behind the camera that nobody really gets to see ever.
Well, we have great people behind the camera. We got
That's
Carl
right.
Shelton over here.
Great team
We got
here.
Richard Brooks. We got Chris Dolan. It's a great team. And oh, by the way, just one other quick thing, if I may. This huge thing that's on your finger.
Yes.
That is certainly.
It's definitely a new
it's
addition for
stunning.
2022.
It's stunning.
Yes, thank you.
And I must say,
recently engaged to my
Congrats.
fiance Bill. He's wonderful. He's standing behind the camera. Nobody can see him, but
congratulations.
Thank you.
Well
Thank you.
deserved.
Thank
Very,
you.
very lucky man.
It's been a wonderful year. 24th Film Festival here in Sarasota. It's the gift that keeps giving throughout the years. We're so delighted that you're here to share this with us. Stay tuned. I'm here with Grace.
Hi.
It's happy hour. It's golden hour. We are kicking off this street party.
I know, it's so amazing.
It is.
Perfect. It's a perfect evening here.
It is. It's going to be a crisp 63 this evening.
Oh, I'm so excited. The humidity sucks.
That should bring a lot of people down here. It's been an
for
exciting film festival for
It's been
sure.
really exciting. It's just like kicking up to be like back to what it was.
And we are in the 24th. About to
24th Film Festival.
closing out, rolling into the 25th, which is
25th.
an incredible milestone.
It is.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
We love it. Yes.
Tell me about all the things that you do for the film festival all year long so that we can have this beautiful night.
It takes it's a lot of planning and a lot of organizing and a lot of calling and screening films.
Yes.
I was very fortunate this year. I was able to program the education for Hollywood Nights. So I get to see all the films of these future filmmakers, these kids, everybody.
What
under
a
18.
privilege,
They
right?
were just amazing. And just to talk to them and to give them the experience of being on the red carpet was absolutely fantastic.
What is your favorite takeaway from being able to screen all these young, enthusiastic, determined filmmakers? Where is filmmaking going right now?
You know, it's changed so much. You know, film festivals have a really great niche. And even with streaming platforms and whatnot, and that's what the kids are using, it's so much more open to hear the voices of the young filmmakers. And a lot of the topics that they were touching on were really serious. They were talking about anxiety. They're talking about, growing up and leaving high school and not knowing what to do, and just the passion in it was fantastic.
These are issues that this generation is paralyzed with, you know?
Yeah.
That has never been seen in generations before. Yes, we've had wars, we've had recessions, we've had all those things. We've never had a pandemic like this.
Oh no. But it's so much more easy. Like back, when it was just film, you had to get film processed, and it was just much harder and much more expensive. And now, even with your cell phone,
I could shoot a phone.
You could shoot a movie.
Shoot a movie with my phone.
It's
in my
incredible,
pocket.
yeah.
Yes.
And it's just about, really encouraging. I just tell them to keep making movies.
Yes. That's amazing.
Fantastic, yeah.
What was your personal favorite this year?
Of Hollywood Nights?
Yes.
It was really, really tough. I got to see a lot of movies, from around the world, and there was one that was called Unzipped. And it really touched me. It talked about, it was a boy and, designing a dress for himself. But it had this tone of it that was just him learning how to design, and the fact that he was male and he was designing a dress for a female, just like that steps without any
Learning
dialogue. Exactly. It was just it was beautiful. It was 3 minutes film. It was absolutely
3-minute film.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I heard that you had a run-in with a celebrity last night.
Oh yes, I was.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So I was very fortunate to interview Kenny G. It was wild. He was
Iconic
fantastic.
Kenny G.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know him when
And
he walks
was,
down the street.
And he was so personable, and he just walked up and just talked. We talked for 20 minutes. It was amazing.
Very
just
cool.
interviewing him.
I know that there was Kenny G playing in my home all the time. My father was a saxophone player, played in high school, he played in college at DePaul. Kenny G was playing. My parents, fell in love to Kenny G.
Yeah,
True story.
Super. Like, I have so much respect for him in so many ways, but his advice was, if you really want to do something and do it well, practice at it. And you just have to have the passion for it.
Absolutely.
It was a beautiful message.
What a beautiful message to end on.
Yeah.
Filmmakers, hear her now. She is the lady who screened your film. If you have a passion, make films, submit them to the Sarasota Film Festival for the 25th annual film festival next year.
Yes. Thanks.
I'm here with Kelsey Ann and Nathan, filmmakers for The Den. We're so excited to have you here. Tell me a little bit about your film.
It's a psychological thriller about an actress who gets tangled into a toxic relationship with her idol, who's also the director of the theater.
Very enticing. How did we
Yes.
come up with this?
Well, not from personal experience, surely. No, it is based on true events. It's inspired by a theater company that I worked at, and many other people have worked at in Chicago. And it is based on one of experiences I've had there. It's no longer operating. It is definitely shut down.
Probably for good reason.
For good reasons. But yeah, it was kind of this culture of secrecy and silence, and all these pretty toxic and horrible things were happening behind the scenes, behind the curtains, and it was kept a secret for nearly 2 decades. So.
Oh my goodness, was this a short or long film?
So this is a short film that we made as a proof of concept for a feature film that we have written. And we're really excited to bring the short feature to life and get it in front of people so that we can start securing funding and securing, building the groundwork for making this feature.
This is an excellent film festival to put your film in because
It is.
Sarasota is growing and growing and growing.
The arts community is so vibrant.
It's on its way.
Yeah, yeah. No, really, and we had such a wonderful reception. The events were so well attended.
Yeah.
And this community really does have a very special artistic eye.
That's very true. Yeah, we do love the arts here in Sarasota.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful town for the arts. It's been a town that I've always loved, and it's going through a huge boom right now. It's amazing how much it's grown since I first came here.
How did you guys get into filmmaking, and what inspired you?
Well, we're actors first and foremost, but when we heard about this story, we had a moment where we were like, what can we possibly do with this new information, that we learned about this place that we knew so well? And basically, the only thing that you can do is tell that story, is write it.
Give it a voice.
Exactly, that's right. Right. So Kelsey Ann is the lead writer, and I'm the co-writer, and we decided to make this movie into a reality.
We've been working on the feature script for about 4 years.
Oh, wow.
But, we decided to finally get the funding together for a shorter version. And it does stand alone as a beautiful story told in 16 minutes. But it is proof of concept for our feature that we're currently funding for.
And we were very lucky to work with a very talented actor whose name is Jeff Stoltz. He's been in a
Shout
whole
out,
lot of
Jeff.
stuff. And
Any relation to Eric Stoltz?
No, but he has an older brother as well. Yeah.
That is Eric.
Eric?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I interviewed Eric about 3 or 4 years ago here at the film festival.
Oh my gosh. Well, we'll figure that. We'll Google that connection in a second. I'm sure. Yeah. But he's a wonderful guy, and he's super busy. He is in just about every movie and TV show you can think of right now. So we were so lucky to carve out some time for him to star in this film opposite me. I acted in it, and Nathan is in it as well.
That's right.
And our director is a first-time director, a female named Jessica Aquila Zimmerman.
Yes, very talented individual.
So
We're
talented.
so happy to get to work with her.
Unbelievable. She's a theater director, which is something we were looking for. It was a huge...
Yeah, she has inside knowledge of the operations.
Absolutely. Yeah, because you can tell, you'd be able to tell, that the theater wasn't being treated in an authentic way if it was just from a very talented director who didn't have the experience of, what goes on in theater. So that was wonderful, and she did a really great job. We're really proud of it.
Yeah. I'm so happy with all the work that we did.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing. The film is called The Den. This is Kelsey Ann and Nathan. Go check it out. Support them. Where can they go to find more information and support your efforts?
On Instagram, we are theden.movie, and you can find us at thedenmovie.com.
You heard it there. Check it out.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I am here with the beautiful ladies of Molinari Models. Ladies, you look incredible tonight.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Tell me a little bit about why you're all dressed up this evening.
So we just wanted to represent Anna. We really like the look, and we figured it'd be a perfect opportunity in Sarasota tonight to celebrate her great achievements with clothing, hair, and all the above.
Well, you look stunning, ladies.
Thank you.
I love the headdresses. It's unbelievable.
We were going for like an outdoorsy theme, kayak nature, one with nature, so it's kind of where that came from.
I just came back from Costa Rica, so it's bringing back all the Costa Rican animal jungle, a little bit more glamorous than Costa Rica, but still, the headdress, the peacock. Look at you.
Yes, I'm the queen.
Yes, you are, honey. Yes, you are. So we model here locally in Sarasota?
Yeah, absolutely. There's actually a lot of opportunity here, so there's a lot of stuff to do.
Well, you guys make an excellent addition to the film festival this year, and can't wait to see you walking around mingling with everybody here for the film festival.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here with Gus Molasses. Gus, it's a pleasure to see you here again.
Nice to see you again. How are you?
I'm doing excellent.
How could you not be doing excellent in beautiful Sarasota?
It's a beautiful evening for a beautiful block party.
It is. It's great. I just like seeing people out enjoying film.
That's right.
Some music, all the festivities. It's cool.
That's right. You've been deeply involved in the film festival for quite some time now.
I have for about 24 years, actually.
The whole time.
The whole time. I was a fan at the beginning. I came down here. My dad had passed away, and I came down with my mom. Went to the festival. It was a good healing.
Yeah.
And then I started to do a TV show on Comcast called At the Movies, and I covered it. And then I covered it with At the Movies, and I covered it with Scene Magazine, which I've done for about 13, 14 years.
Huge publication in Sarasota.
Yeah, the oldest magazine, and I think are really classy. And they're all good magazines. We have a lot of it's wonderful. There's enough for everybody.
Absolutely. So Scene features all the events, hot topics going on, arts, movies.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about what's going on at Scene.
Well, what I had done, I created this with Julie Milton, who was the owner and publisher for a long time, and we did this thing called Scenes from an Interview. So I got to interview a lot of people around Sarasota. So I really, in the business community, the arts, golf, what have you, entertainment, and film, and we do a feature every year on the film festival. And now I do a kind of best of the fest. I always do a best of the fest. We did something on Playing Through, the movie that was here, Playing Through, about Anne Gregory. It was a fabulous film. So I love supporting this town.
What do you love about the impact that this festival has in our community? Because you have seen it for so many years.
See, I think people have to realize that you have to go out and see a movie, a film, on a big screen.
Yeah.
And you have to see it with other people. And this is something I would tell the younger folks. I'd say anyone under 40.
Younger folks under 40.
Anybody under 40. Go and see a movie with your friends at a movie theater. I told Jacqueline Bissett this today. I interviewed her.
Yeah.
And so as a young man, in my adolescent years, I went to see The Deep.
You wanted to see her on the big screen.
I went to see The Deep on the big screen with my buddies. It was Robert Shaw, it was Nick Nolte, and it was Jacqueline Bissett, and we never were the same. We never were the same after that.
Yeah.
And we'd go to the movies every week. We'd see Young Frankenstein, we'd see Blazing Saddles, we'd see great films, Steve McQueen. And you're not in your room tweeting, you're actually living.
Yeah.
You're out here going, how are you?
Yeah,
Is that okay? Is that bother you?
Yeah, you get to see the crowd reaction and...
Up close and personal.
Yeah.
And you're actually making memories instead of just like, I don't know, talking about it.
And making this community come back alive.
Exactly, and especially now, it's even more important because we're coming out of this funk, and it's a funk. Let's face it, it's a hard place to come out of. People are starting to get used to going to theaters more,
getting comfortable.
Getting comfortable. So it's fabulous. And Mark Famiglio kept this thing alive.
He certainly was the driver of the film festival.
It's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
You know, the driver, because he wouldn't give up, because it's like a lot of people, you know, he's a busy guy, he's a businessman, he's a great businessman.
Sure.
And this is a lot of work to put this on. So.
It's year-long planning, from what I understand, from Petra, from Grace, from Mark, from everybody behind the scenes that makes this happen.
They all do a fabulous job.
Yeah.
And to me, it's always about the filmmakers. I talk to every festival, maybe not this one as much. I love to talk to young filmmakers, people that like mortgage their house to make the film.
Yes.
People that said, you know, this
their
film.
Passion, it's the passion.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that to me, not just the celebrities, the big movie stars, the icons, and there's so many. I mean, Jenna Malone, I told this to Mark. Mark really liked the story. She was down here for the Hollywood Nights a few years ago. She was hanging out with Ben Foster for the movie Messengers, and she was like, she couldn't get enough of helping encourage the kids.
Because she was there at one point in her career, and she knows that she needs, those young filmmakers need a hand up, not a hand out.
Exactly.
They have the passion, they have the drive.
Exactly, and that's a great point. She was there once, and she related to it.
Yes.
So that's a great point. So that it's all about relationships and connecting and doing things together, and it's wonderful. It's my favorite time of the year.
Same.
You know, it's 10 days of kind of chaos and cool in a way, and you're
chaos and cool. I love that.
You're kind of you're bleary-eyed a little bit, you know.
Literally in the
you got pros here. You guys are pros. And Charles is here for how many? 20 plus years. You know, it's great.
For sure. Well,
this band is good, right?
Yes, I interviewed her earlier.
Wow, they're hot. They're really it's a great sound.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you being here and supporting the film festival as usual.
Continued success, and thanks for doing this.
See you on the scene.
See you on the scene, and see you at the movies.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
You too. I'm here with John Sims, filmmaker extraordinaire.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here at the Sarasota Film Festival, be able to screen 3 films at the Ringling Museum of Art and be a part of the Sarasota Film Festival.
John, you were telling me a little bit about your trilogy earlier. Tell me a little bit about that. That's special.
Well, we'll have the opportunity to show 3 different films. The first film was called 2020 Divisions of America. That was a film based on a performance that I did as artist in resident at the Ringling Museum about a year and a half ago. And then that performance went to New York to the La Mama Experimental Theater Group there in the East Village. And that was also made into a performance film. So good to have that film. And then the second film was Afro-Dixie Remixes, a listening party at a Confederate chapel in Virginia at the Virginia Museum of Fine Art, which was part of an incredible exhibition called Dirty South. So very excited about that. And the third film was Recoloration Proclamation, which is my 20-year journey in confronting the iconography, Confederate iconography. So, Confederate flags, the song Dixie, and things like that. So to have those 3 films showcased here in Sarasota, where I work and live, was quite the privilege.
Absolutely. The titles of the films are just captivating. Let me just say that right away.
Thank you, thank you.
I grew up in the Deep South in Georgia, a very interesting place to grow up because the Confederacy still runs deep in a lot of people, and then other people are just like, what? This died a long time ago. Get over it. So it's a very interesting perspective to grow up in the Deep South. And disagree. I was raised by Midwesterners in the Deep South, so.
Well, the incredible thing is to be able to do this kind of level of political art and commentary through the medium of film, and to be able to engage your audience and to speak to their mind, their heart, and their potential and capacity to be active, and that's part of the work.
And get the heartbeat of really what Americans think,
right.
Not the government. It's really the Americans behind the feelings.
Yeah, so the last film, Recoloration Proclamation, was really my journey in terms of confronting the Confederate flag, starting way back in the late 90s, where I showed a recolored Confederate flag, black, red, and green, the colors of black nationalism, in a Soho gallery right there in Soho, and then moved that project to Harlem, where I started recoloring flags, and then going to Gettysburg, where I was able to install a piece called The Proper Way to Hang a Confederate Flag. Well, the idea was to hang the Confederate flag from a 13-foot gallows. And then in 2015, the idea was to create a 13-state, the 13 states connected to the 13 stars in the Confederate flag as a sort of a funeral.
Yeah.
Did that in 2015. And then with the George Floyd, we escalated and continue to do that work and move to monuments and slave plantation spaces. So the work has been quite a long journey, but it's part of the work in terms of moving the culture and really making this a more inclusive and more just country.
And bringing voice to a lot of concerns and feelings and changing the dialogue.
Yeah, the dialogue, but moving from dialogue to action. That's the key. We can have conversations all day long, but how do we make action?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, I mean, your house is on, the equity only makes sense once you cash it out or sell a house. So you got to start selling stuff to make real action.
Preaching into practice.
Right, that's right. You got to sell something.
Well, John, what a privilege to have you here tonight.
No, thank you.
Can't wait to see your films.
And thank you for interviewing me.
Absolutely.
Thank
John Sins, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Nida, a filmmaker for Moon Dust. So lovely to see you. Nida, tell me a little bit about your film.
Sure. It's a short film. It was with the women-led films, and I'm local, and I'm fifth generation circus. So this is a memory of a woman now looking back and remembering watching the first moon landing with her mother on a small circus, and trying to learn what the gift was that she gave her that night. She gave her a gift.
So kind of a flashback movie, if you will.
Right,
Now,
right.
is this a short or a long?
It's a short.
Okay. Wonderful.
And 4 years ago, in 2018, I had a short called Katya. Katya, which is on Amazon now.
Wonderful.
And this is it's like the prequel to Katya. It's one of the characters when she was a little girl.
Okay, I love it. How did you get into filmmaking?
I used to perform in the circus, and then when my husband and I retired, we got off the road. I just wanted to always write, and I started writing screenplays, and I was an option screenwriter and got very close to making a major film, and then things didn't work out. So I wrote a novel, and then I said, I'll make short films.
Wonderful. What do you think is one of the biggest challenges that people misunderstand about writing short films?
Okay, so a short, you can put all the elements of a film into a short. The middle, the beginning, the end. You have to have a story. And I incorporated everything from the set design to costumes, makeup. I really put 100% in it. So it was a story, and then it was the visual also. So.
Do you plan on to make more films?
Yes. So I want to make 2 more and make this into the trilogy, and with with Katya, so it becomes a feature film.
A quadrilogy?
Yes.
Ah, okay, love it, love it.
And Carolyn Michael, she's an actress that was at the Oslo for years, and she's in 2 of them, and I hope she's going to be in the next 2 also.
Well, this is such an amazing festival to, submit your film to.
Absolutely.
And, a lot of buzz in this community, great supporters in this community.
Absolutely, it's a great supporter. And this was the first festival we sent it in. We just did it in September.
Okay.
And we got in, so that was pretty nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
you were
nice.
selected.
Yes.
There's over 200 films in this film festival, but thousands and thousands of films are submitted by, very talented filmmakers. So
That's
congratulations.
Wonderful. So
it's
we
quite
were
an accomplishment.
very happy to get in.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's a great festival.
Yes.
Come out and enjoy the party.
Yeah, the block party is wonderful. It's a pleasure to meet you, and much success to you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very nice to meet you. We are here with Phil Fun. As you can see, Phil, you are bringing the fun tonight
well,
to the block party.
I love to dress up, and I've had probably a dozen people stop me tonight and want to know why I'm here.
Yeah.
So I made up a great cover story. I tell them I'm here to promote my film. And they go, well, what's your film about? It's about a guy that goes to film premieres and pretends like he's making a movie.
So really, you're an actor.
Well, yes, I've been doing it my whole life.
So really, you're an actor. So if there's filmmakers watching this, Phil Fun should be on your screen.
I have actually modeled, I danced, and I've done a whole array of things. I had a television show here in Sarasota. If you've been here long enough, you might remember the Phil Fun Show on Blab TV for 6 years.
I love it.
And it was a miniature Tonight Show.
Okay.
So I wrote like a monologue.
So I'm here with the Sarasota David Letterman then.
I think I'm more like Johnny Carson.
Okay,
like a little
Carson.
bit flat, a little bit flashier, better looking than David Letterman.
Well, Phil, how did you hear about this film festival? Is this your first time?
Oh, no. I've been to more than a few. It's the first one I've been to that's in the street, and it was always at Hollywood 20.
Yeah.
When I went before. I've known Mark Famiglio for years. I think I know his brother. I know other people, but...
You get a Christmas card from somebody.
Yeah, well... Pee Wee Herman, actually, I get from, because I went to school with him.
Okay.
We were in...
He's a Sarasota local.
Yeah, we were in Brookside together.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Sarasota ties all the way around.
Yeah. Born and raised on Siesta Key, which is even more unusual than just being born
and
in
raised.
Yeah.
A Sarasodian, live.
An original. I still have my loincloth. Don't wear it much anymore, but...
Well, beware on Siesta Key. You'll see the chops. It's Phil Fun, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. That was great. These two gentlemen, you are the filmmaker, Clodril.
I am. How's it going?
I'm doing well, and this is Gus.
Hey, what's going on?
And
I didn't hear you the first time, sorry.
and you have a film in the film festival, Long Island Gus.
Long Island Gus, that's right. You gotta
And
say
this
it
is
like
Gus.
a Long Islander. Long Island Gus.
I'm from Georgia. Long Island Gus.
Good, you'll learn. It's like lawn, like your front lawn. Lawn Island. Lawn.
Lawn.
Long Island. Lawn. Yeah.
Lawn.
Yeah. Longa.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
You're like a Long Island.
I got it.
You got it.
So tell me about your film.
Yeah. Long Island Gus. It's about a man named Gus on Long Island who tries to find a kidney for his friend on the black market, and in the process he has to raise a lot of money. And by raising a lot of money, what he has to do is sell a lot of drugs out of pizza boxes, sell fake Long Island Railroad tickets, among other schemes and gizmos. And in the process, a lot of things happen. But it's ultimately a story about love and friendship. And really, it's a vehicle for my friend Gus, in real life Gus, to get through a tough experience with his father, not knowing his dad in real life. So the film is sort of a catharsis for him going through this process of not quite knowing his father in real life.
Gus, tell me about why you wanted to do this film.
I didn't. No, I'm kidding. But no, Cole's, he's like super pushy, but that's everything about him. He's crazy amount of drive and one of the hardest workers I've ever met in my life. And we kind of like thought of this when the pandemic hit. We had a lot of time. We were hanging out off from work. And we just started hanging out a lot and like really thinking about the story and narrowing down the character and who Gus was and who Gus was going to be. And after a whole bunch of ideas, from Super Bowl commercials to other kinds of organ trades or anything, like it's actually really wild to see where it started and where it ended up. And I think it couldn't have been better. It was exactly where it should be.
Is this your first film in the film festival?
This is my first film in this film festival. I've never been here before. It's a good excuse to come to Florida.
Yeah, right? Sarasota's beautiful.
Hell yeah, it's amazing.
April right now.
It's April and it's hot. It's amazing. No, it's my second feature film. I made my first feature called Moving in 2008.
Okay.
Last year, was in a bunch of film festivals, and then this is my second feature.
What do you think about the Sarasota Film Festival, and what made you want to put your film in this festival?
Oh, it's incredible. I have a good buddy, his name is Tyler Taramina, and he had a film here a couple years ago, and he was like, you gotta apply. My producer, Todd Remus, behind the camera, doesn't want to be in front of it, suggested that we apply, and it all worked out.
Yeah.
We're really lucky, very fortunate to be in the festival. It's amazing. They give a lot of really great opportunities to network with other filmmakers,
sure.
investors, and the like. So very blessed to be here and couldn't be happy enough.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Sarasota is one of the top 25 film festivals in the entire world.
It's the coolest festival I've ever been to so far. Yeah, I made the tour last year a little bit, and it's easily the
awesome.
coolest one I've been to so far.
200 films in this year's film festival. It's the 24th annual film festival. 25 is going to be a big year. Are we going to see another film from you?
I hope so. If they'll have me, and if I can raise enough money to get it going, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, here's your chance.
If you want to invest in a film called Leone's, about America's greatest forgotten chef and his mythological restaurant in Scottsdale, Arizona, and the server staff and the waiters and the busboys behind the restaurant in the 90s, reach me, colodro.carucci@gmail.com, and we can talk. Either way, have a lot of scripts up my sleeve, and just very blessed to be here, and very thankful.
Congratulations. So what is the one thing that you want people to take away from the film and remember about your film?
No one really knows me right now. No one knows him, and a lot of people involved in making this film.
Yeah.
But very soon people are about to know us, because we make movies about real people. And the struggle of human man and human woman, and the things that people go through in their day-to-day lives and relationships. We don't make movies about trees, about oceans, great. We make movies about real people and love. And I want people to know that this is a charming movie about love and about relationships and about real people. And if you want to watch a movie about real people and see something really strong and powerful and moving, watch Long Island Gus. And watch Moving in 2008, the first time I made it.
And from you, Gus, what do you want people to take away from this film?
I don't know how I could top that one, but I mean, it's like Cole said, I think one of his greatest talents is the way he's able to write a script based on the people around him. And the better you know him, the more of his personal references you'll show up in a lot of his work. And because it's so real and so genuine, Cole is the best listener I've ever met in my life. And the way that he can listen to somebody and extract information and a story out of somebody and then regurgitate that story from an idea in his bedroom, and we're joking around and acting out scenarios as Gus, and how would Gus react in this scenario and that scenario, and put all of this together to tell that story is just incredible. And I think we did a really good job with Long Island Gus, and showing that sometimes people might make mistakes or do things, and we all need to be a little more understanding and loving.
What was the biggest challenge about making films in general as a new filmmaker? And tell me a little bit about that.
I think making anything is a challenge, right? If you're painting, if you're building a house, I think making a movie is interesting because you don't set out really thinking that the film is going to become really what it is. When you're writing in a dark room, hoping that it's going to become something, but you don't quite know where it's going to end up. And I think the big challenge is getting a large group of people on the same page and being your biggest, as the director, as the producer, as the writer, being the ultimate cheerleader for the film. Yeah. And understanding that everybody needs to be on the same page, working toward the same common goal, because we all want to make it happen. We're all believing in the script.
I see your passion. Like, I feel it.
Yeah,
I do, for sure.
I think the biggest challenge is really getting everybody together in one environment that feels like it's a family, and where everybody's ideas can be used in one space where nothing is too sacred to say, where everybody has an opinion. That's tricky, but when you get it and you do it right, it hits and it works. And I think that's what we have been doing so far, and we'll continue to try and do.
That's amazing. Congratulations. Enjoy the rest of the film festival.
Whoa, cheers. Thank you so much.
All right, Sarasota. All right, Sarasota. Do me a favor. Put your hands Ladies and gentlemen, family,
This is worldwide to infinity. You know the roof on fire. Come on.
I'm here with Joanne and Tyler. So excited to be here at the Block Party Sarasota Film Festival, bringing all the energy. So great to see you guys.
God, I'm so excited to be here. Wow, and the crowd is really, really just riveting tonight. It's crazy.
It's so nice to have events again. Like, it really is.
I mean, COVID is gone, right?
Yeah. In Florida.
In Florida. And it's great to be here with all the bands and the music and the people. Just amazing.
The Sarasota Film Festival has done it again. I mean, really, really. If there's any event to be at, it's this one.
It's my favorite event all year long, for sure. This year is the 24th year. Next year is going to be a milestone with 25 years under the belt. There's over 200 films that were accepted and in the festival this year. So really incredible work by the filmmakers.
I got to ask you, what was your favorite film?
My favorite film obviously was METV's own documentary. I got to throw my
She's a bit biased.
I am a little biased here.
And this wasn't the first year that they entered, right?
No, we've had 8 documentaries in the film festivals.
That's incredible, incredible. Wow, and were you in it?
No, I was not in it. No.
You weren't doing your...
No, this is my contribution to the film and the film festival right here, Tyler.
I love the way that, so many young people come out, so many young people put in a film, and all this talent that we didn't even realize that we had here in Sarasota, and, people from around the world. Just an amazing event.
We have wonderful colleges right here in our community. Ringling Art School has a wonderful film program. There's New College, there's SCF, there's USF, people don't think about it. People think about all the old people, but really there's a huge youth population movement.
I'm going to turn the mic on you and ask you a question. Is that all right? What year was your first Sarasota Film Festival event?
My first film festival was 2017.
2017. And what are your memories from that?
Wow, it's really grown in a lot of different ways. You're full of the Dickens. It has really grown because, 5 years ago the technology wasn't what it is today. You actually had to have a camera, and a crew to make a film. Now you can make a film out of your camera in your pocket.
Right.
Do some iPhone editing and make your own movie, and that's how a lot of these young short filmmakers are submitting films.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you're right, technology. I remember the first time I met our local news guy, the first thing he said to me, the first thing I said to him, Bob Harrigan.
Oh, love him.
First thing I said to him was, I know you're going to totally hate me because I'm like the social media guy, because that's how it all started before we got our syndicated show with ABC of Tampa. So when I first started with him, he was like, absolutely not. He's like, social media is where it's at. And then it's all about like having the smart televisions, and everything kind of changed like a digital like network. And it was so cool because he like welcomed me. It's like, here's this old school guy that totally...
Bob is woke. Totally woke.
Stan.
I love Bob. Great weatherman.
Yes, amazing weatherman. And just an amazing person in general. I mean, so accepting and doesn't get weird with you just because you do the same thing kind of like he does in the media world.
Joanne, what was your favorite movie from the festival?
You know what? I can't even narrow it down to one, and I'm going to be biased too and say maybe it's METV's documentary, because I'm going to be biased, but I just love being out here. I love all the movies. I love to see all the talents, and I just love all the festivities that go along with it. It's
the
not
energy
that
brings this community together. It's not only just the parties, it's the press releases, it's the press conferences, and it's the film at the resident level. Yes.
Everybody is here tonight.
And there's a film for everybody in this festival. 200 films. There's something for everybody, whether you like short films or long films, sad thrillers, comedies, something for everybody.
Absolutely. It's incredible. I mean, really something for everybody, just like you really said it all.
Thank you, Tyler, so much for being here. And Joanne, always a pleasure.
Always. Thank you so much for having us.
I have a question out there. I didn't know the answer to this. Is it called Sarasota? Is it called... Party people are here tonight. The name is CJ.
Well, that about wraps it up for the 2022 24th Annual Sarasota Film Festival Street Party. We had a great time this evening, talked to a lot of the filmmakers, sponsors, and all of the participants and movie watchers. Thank you so much for continuing to support this wonderful community event. Mark Famiglio and the Molinari models behind me. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Stephanie Grappling with METV. So good!